Let's try do a late stream. And I don't know if I trust the volume. Oh, it's gotta be way too loud. No? Yes, yes. Can't be... Has to be half as loud as me, right? Okay. Try that. Sounds good. Yes? No. Start at the beginning. There we go. Well, I don't know. All right. Looking good. I'm wondering, should I continue with this or go to the D&D? And I really should just work on the D&D. This will paint itself. The D&D has a lot to figure out. I wonder. It's got to be way too low. Okay, here we go. Oh, that doesn't affect that. Interesting. So the output volume doesn't affect that. Okay. So I can hear it loud. Well, I apologize if it's all screwy. Not much I can do. But if anybody's listening, let me know if it sounds crappy. I'm going to do this for 30 minutes just to do something. That's funny. This is one of those nights where you kind of have to stay awake because you have friends that might get evacuated, so they might come here. And I'd prefer if they didn't wake up the whole house, so I'm going to see if I can stay awake. There we go. Oh man. They can. I'll be up a little bit. I've got friends that might. Speaking of people who might raid in, there are people who might evacuate into my own home later. That's why I'm staying up. So I'll go past midnight. Let's call it a stream at 1 a.m. 1 a.m. is the maximum. Nobody needs to. It's not looking like anybody is actually going to need to evacuate. The you shouldn't follow the news, but it's a. Oh my god, my headphones are dying. How can I fix this? Let's try this. Everything is going to be a little screwy for a second. Let's see what happens. It's scary stuff. Let's just see what happens. Nope, that didn't work. Connect to this. Try. Here we go. All right, that seems... I hear it. I hope you can hear it. I have no idea how much power I have. We'll move forward. Yeah, the news is super scary. What else is new? Oh, it's all good. Nothing crazy went down. Yeah. In the 3 seconds that you were down for something? No. Nothing went down. Today actually was a chill day compared to the rest of the week. There was for instance, there were no power outages that happened today, and no one crashed my house, meaning no one was like, "Hey, I lost power. Can I bring my children over to your house to so that I can work?" That happens all the time. I'm a bit of a sucker with that stuff because it's like, I don't know. We have a lot of good children. Like, kids can play upstairs while adults can work downstairs because the way the house is structured, the children can't leave the house without adults seeing them, and we can sort of lock the house from the inside without the children being able. It sounds all that sounds creepy, but it's actually it's just very safe because children. Okay, so one day I came out of my office and the front door was wide open and my son was in the street with my cat. And I was like, okay, we're going to get a lock that the children can't reach. And so that's what I did. Happened very quickly. And so I, and now this is a, sorry, there's just so many notifications because of fire stuff. But the other adults have seen the light and they're just sort of like, hey, our kids are safe over at Max and Julie's house more than anywhere else on the planet, probably. And if I need to do something, other kids coming over and distracting my kids are actually a good productivity factor, so... This looks like a big slab of beef jerky, but I love it. Sextra, will you let me know if the music is too loud? Because normally I don't play through YouTube. Exactly. It's like Slim Jim brand, but they're like big style, big Jim. Seems fine. I don't want it to crowd out my voice. I need my voice to be the... Yeah, there's Slim Jim and then there's Big Jim. Jimbo. Big Jimbo. Jimothy. Jimothy is not a real name. It never was. I'm sorry. I mean, maybe, sure. Oh, man. I'm trying to think of how I can link these. These muscle masses. I don't want them to be so distinct that they feel like they're just indistinct pockets of chunks that have nothing to do with each other. Yet, if it's anatomically correct that they should be, then they should be, right? So... It's tricky. There are these sheaths of muscle called it's a very thin sheath of muscle. If you look here, yeah, I used to be skinny, and you could see I used to be skinny, but I wasn't just fat and skinny. I used to just be plain skinny. But you can see, if you go like this, Jim Carrey has great platysma, and that's the sort of the sheath of muscle that encoats the neck, and when it's highlighted, you get this great berserker quality. Yeah, super striated. Trying to find a this is the muscle. Oh, it's with a Y. Platysma. Silly me. Well, this is a little gory. But it's a super important muscle for emphasis with, like, it's part of your facial muscle. You can kind of see it. Mine will get so tense that it'll freeze up for a second and I have to, like, shake my head loose. Here, this girl's got it. Right here. This is what you don't want. Mine will cramp up. Like if I really flex it. Here, yeah. Okay, so those are the edges. But you can see it controls your cheeks a little bit. Not a little bit, a lot of it. Okay. So. Not that I know, but let's get in there. Yeah, it's scary when they cramp. Like, all muscles are fucking scary when they cramp, right? Sometimes I'll be stretching and I'll stretch out my toes and then I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to die. My toes are clamping and will never unclamp because they're clamping harder than anything has ever clamped before. Like, I can't imagine flexing any muscle as hard as my toes do when I'm involuntarily, like, just stretching. You know what I mean? It's because I'm so virile. But the it's serious pain and it feels like nothing's gonna unlock it. And hey, cool people coming in. I was on the verge of hey, cool people. No, only cool people who like Moblin abs can come in. All right. You're allowed to stay. Whee! All right. I was just giving a demo on the qualities of the platysma. Okay, Raiders. Who knows what the platysma is? No one knows, but you can tell me if you know it. No, that placenta, anatomical form, not muscular. Platysma is muscular. It turns out I couldn't spell it either. I spelled it wrong when I tried to look it up. I know what it is, but I spelled it wrong. Me too. I wish I knew anatomy. Alright, well, the platysma is... Oh, come on. Yeah. Platysma. Why it's called the platysma, I don't know. But, fans of Jim Carrey will recognize his the striations that occur in this. It's a thin muscle sheet that connects from your sternum to your facial muscles, if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't connect to your bone. So it's a or does it connect to your bone? Okay, part of it connects to your chin, but then the other part connects to your soft tissue in your cheeks. It's a facial muscle. It's crazy. It's not important unless you want to go, you know, it's like when you want to look like you're electrocuted, this is like what flexes. Platysma bands. What is this? I just find this stuff so fascinating. All right, it's gross. It's gross. No. Raiders don't want to see this. Raiders want to see Moblin abs. There's no learning on this. No, it's an educational stream, but it's a... we learn what I want. Anyway, thank you for rating in. Hold on. I'm gonna do this right. So, oh my god. Yes, shout out. Do I have to spell it in caps? I'll do it anyway. Okay, I did it. This is kind of a Breath of the Wild piece, but also I don't so when I think about Zelda stuff, I don't think in pure but it's I don't know who's watching. It could be like 2 or 3 people. I don't think of pure canon Zelda stuff because in what I do professionally, it's not you cannot ground yourself necessarily in what is canon because it's not canon for long. Like the scope of canon can change within any given 6 months. Anything can become as real as anything else. So you try to think about what is cool, and it could be cool if... Okay, let's zoom out. Here, let's make it big. It's in big in. My stupid face can go away. Okay, so what if... Here we go. What if Zelda and Link... What if Zelda was captured by bokoblins? Yes, the bokoblin butts. Yeah. So Zelda reinvents itself every iteration. With... Honestly, like, Marvel could take a few cues. Like, Zelda is like, hey, let's chuck the playbook and start over. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. That's what I mean, is like, the sky's the limit with the creativity. So with this, I am like, cool, what if bokoblins had like a hidden society in a forest where, you know, they were all sort of hidden out. And then... for whatever reason, they kidnap Link or they kidnap Zelda, and one has to rescue the other, and then probably Link rescuing Zelda. You know, he's got his sword and his shield. Apparently, in my composition, this was all put together very hastily. And then I just decided to render it, and then I expanded the borders and added a bunch of periphery. This is what makes it fun, is there's this big mama bokoblin right here, and like the little kiddos, you know, this one's happy, this one's scared, you know, it's like something traumatizing's happened, but like one kid is super stoked on it, and like the older kid that knows better is like, holy fucking shit, we're all gonna die. Same thing with these guys over here. These birds are booging out. Big Daddy Moblin's like, I gotta fucking stomp this guy. And Link is... And meanwhile, all these guys are like falling to their death. But it's funny because he's flapping his wings. Right? Over here, we got the whole crew rushing in. We got some butts. Well, it's only the idea that is hard. The execution does itself. These butts draw themselves. You know what I mean? This guy rushing in with a giant spoon. Hold on to your butts. Yeah, that's right. I mean, was Samuel L. Jackson in a film before Jurassic Park? I don't know about that. Look at all these guys just pouring out. By the way, this is like at 1600 zoom magnification. This is a low resolution image, so it's down to the fucking pixel. Sorry about my language, but here I am. Not understanding why I went so hard. Reservoir Dogs, yeah! He was not in Reservoir Dogs, though. Was he? No. Yeah, the details are cool in this. Anyway. He was not in Reservoir Dogs. He was in True Romance. True Romance was it was written by Quentin Tarantino. Oh my god. It's on the verge of a late stream. Okay. Are there... I don't know if there are a lot of... He was a Tarantino guy. Yes, he was and is, apparently. I'm all about that. Everybody should be. Quentin Tarantino was a inspirational... is... I didn't like... So here's a problem with me is, you know, some people are like music snobs, like they'll like a band, but if everybody else likes it, they'll stop liking them. They'll be like, they fell off, you know. I'm that way with, I'm randomly random. If anybody isn't aware, I live in LA and there are fires like 3 miles that way. And it's crazy. Sextra, AV Veil, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but they came onto my radar before you did, which is funny. Yeah, no, there's crazy fires in LA right now. It's sad. It's do you want Zelda characters who have afros and dreadlocks? I think there are fan artists that do that. I don't mind the well, do you want them to be black and have afros and dreadlocks? Or do you like, because I once dated a white, like she was a goth chick, but she had green hair and she teased it into a fro for me, because she said that she could, and then she did it and it was amazing. So there's ways to do it. Or do you want the bad guys to have the I could see a Moblin. Like, there are, here, look at this. Watch this. Watch this come to life. It's like dinner is served right here. Oh my gosh, it's so greasy. No, it's okay. I didn't design these characters, you know. That's a thirsty snout. That's crazy. This is crazy. I went to a wedding that was luau themed, and they roasted a whole pig, like Hawaiian style. And I was like, I looked at that snout and I was like, that's mine. I'll go up and I'll tear off a big chunk. This was good 10 years ago, but I did it. It was yummy. It was like unfried pork rind. Nothing wrong with that. It just, honestly, it needed salt. It needed salt, but it was, I think it was mostly for show. I don't think anybody actually expected anybody to eat that. I was like, why wouldn't I? It seems like an incredible delicacy. But, you know, I ate what I took. I ate what I took. So should we all. It was cartilage, yeah. It was like eating... I mean, I wouldn't know what to say. I mean, I might apologize, but it was yummy. And... there's, you know, I'm not against killing. I'm against waste. That's the problem. Edible, well, I mean, I wouldn't eat anything that wasn't good. But that's a loaded question there. You know, there are, Moblins do taste amazing. There's a way to, you know, you squint your eyes or you turn on the lights and, like, everybody's beautiful. There's a way to squint your taste buds and everything tastes good. I'm telling you, it's true. It's no lie, no cap, you know. That's getting there. So we can see, if I turn this on and off, you can see the light, the effect of the highlights that I'm adding and taking away. It's all in its own layer. The floor. Me and the floor are well acquainted. All right, I have to ask a question. Avivale. Is it, you would pronounce it that way, or would you correct my pronunciation in a way? And I'm not a, it's just, I consider myself a person who's able to pronounce things well, and if I am butchering it, I'd want to know, but you don't have to disclose. I'm happy to embarrass myself. Sounds like a veil. A veil. A veil. A veil. All right. Right, I like it. Max Fwid is actually Max Forward, which is my name. That's my real name. Which most people get. You're named after an obscure Zelda character. Well, which one? From which game? Ooh. Alright, Gerudo, captain from Majora's Mask. I didn't play that one. God damn it. Of all the Zelda games that keep coming up, it's like, so, I'm like, well, it'll be according to how good they are, right? And everyone knows that Link to the Past is the best, second by Ocarina of Time, and then third is Twilight Princess, and then a distant fourth is the original Zelda, and then a distant fifth is whatever, the one that the time locks. The it'll bother me. Except anyway, the Majora's Mask is apparently like it's a cult classic. Yeah, it's the most mature title. Thirdest one. I'm sorry, it's I don't remember Twilight Princess because I was so stoned when I played it. Very Groundhog Day-esque. Yeah, but I'm down with that. It was ahead of its time, clearly. I'm down. I should play, you know. Here I am drawing art like a sucker when I could be playing video games. I don't know when I'm going to learn my lesson, but no, it's okay. Has anybody heard of Secret of Mana? Does anybody know what I'm talking about if I say that title? It's okay if everybody is like, you can just say no. You can just say no, I don't know what that is. But all right, yes, yeah. all right, quiet down. It's all good. I'm hoping one day to do some Secret of Mana fan art. It's not like you know how there are these time dilation effects that certain things you do at certain times in your life are more important than things you do at the other times in your life. And when I was 14 to 15 and I played Secret of Mana for probably like 7 to 9 months straight, that is far more consequential to my memory than when I was 27 to 28 and I played Twilight Princess. I remember nothing. I remember nothing from those years. It's because I was a pothead and, you know, and all the major trappings of being an adult. Sort of thinking you've got everything set up or whatever, but I don't remember anything. I remember things now. Like I've got a good memory now. I don't smoke weed anymore. Yeah, my frontal lobe was like, I'm gonna shrink for a while. We're gonna shrinky dink. It's sort of weird because I remember Assassin's Creed 2 so well. And then I played Twilight Princess. I loved it so much that I had to get extra stoned. And I was just like, and then I don't remember anything. Assassin's Creed 2 was fucking amazing. And so much so I don't identify with any of the subsequent games. They're all betrayals to me. I don't know what to say other than I'm weird. Damn, look at this anatomy. Would you guys believe I drew this from imagination? I mean, I had a reference for the Moblin, but it wasn't in this pose. Would love to see her reacted to the trippy scene in Twilight. I think stabs his girlfriend. I don't know what you're talking about. I remember beating it because I saw whatever the I remember seeing the Twilight Princess at the end. She's laughing upside down and stuff. I remember trippy shit in that game, but I don't remember what happened. Like plot-wise, like point A to point B. I don't remember. I mean, the whole. I kind of wish I did. Maybe what happened is my brain took over that space. Maybe it overrid it with more important memories or something. I don't know. It looks pretty cool. Alright, Moblin looks good, right? What do you think? Or the, this is just the blue light. So, let me do a little demo. We go through these stages where where does the portrait take place? What do you mean? We're pushing. Oh shit. That's as far as we got. That's barely anything. God damn it. Dr. Salad. That's a funny name. But the Moblin looks more or less complete. Here we go. I'm not. I neither attempt to insult nor flatter. Here we go. I'm just a confused old man. I'm looking for the evacuation zone. God, the all right, here we go. You know, we just do this one section at a time. It's okay. And by the way, it's almost midnight. No one has to stay up listening to me yammer about color or anything. I'm entirely capable of coming up with my own prompts of interesting things to say. And we'll have on the lo-fi, and I'll probably go till 1. Let me just do something really quick. Check in with the... Okay, Sector, you can totally disappear. But you'll be missed, but you can disappear. To sleep. Anybody can sleep. What happened to the music? Here we go. Okay. All right, what do we want? Zelda in Chill 3? Is this new? Well, I like it anyway. So, and this is a real thing, is I'm not trying to... Yeah, go to bed. Everybody go to bed. I'm trying to do this to learn. It's not about if you like it, great, but I'm just trying to figure out how to get from the place where I'm at, which is, you know, I'm a professional artist, and I'm trying to figure out how to do things where I don't have to depend on corporate clients that are how can I put this diplomatically? They're not necessarily a great cultural fit for me. They can be great, but if they want to be, I want to be great, and I'm not necessarily happy. I'm trying to think if there are other ways to do what I need to do. What is that? What I'm doing right now is what uses a little bit of what I get paid to do, but not a lot. The color stuff, almost everything is something I've learned to incorporate over time. In the past year, when I tried venturing out, doing something different, and it's okay if it doesn't work. I can just keep doing what I'm doing. But I don't think that's sustainable for me anymore. Maybe for some. Where have you felt most successful with engagement? Reddit, Twitter? Twitter was very non-successful. Twitter was probably the least successful. It's probably my own fault because I didn't think about how so the Twitter algorithm is extremely sensitive as far as I could tell. I just basically one day I had a bunch of content. I was like, okay, I'll just upload all my Zelda content to Twitter. And it essentially flagged me as a bot. I can't be sure for sure, but despite me doing my best for, about 5 hours straight, just trying not to fuck up, the post stuff and trying to follow people and whatever, but it flagged one of my drawings as NSFW, and I'm like, okay, I guess, but like my drawings, like this is like, and like meanwhile, half the shit I see on Twitter is NSFW and not flagged, and so you get what I mean. I felt like I was barking up the wrong tree there. But also I'm not trying to, I don't know what I'm trying to do, but there are all sorts of reasons why a person my age might feel like they have limited time left. And I'm not necessarily feeling anything extreme, but I don't want to wait till I'm dead to regret it either. There's an interesting reality to the world of, social media now. If I wanted to record an art lesson for my kids that they wouldn't understand now, but they might understand one day, this would be it. But my kids may not be that interested. They might have other plans. It doesn't matter. I can put this out and other people can look at it too. I will take almost any audience other than the AI and be grateful for it. Today, Twitter changed your name to discontinued for some reason. I have no idea what's going on anymore. I don't either. I think they were like, here's a human artist. We don't want them, do we? No. That's a very serious infraction. Humans being creative, right? think about the way things are right now, but I'm almost 100% certain that the people that got me here, like my clients, I wouldn't call them my patrons necessarily, because it was very like, I'll draw what you want sort of thing, as opposed to you'll pay me to draw what I want. But I don't know. You're feeling pretty doomered. Me too. I don't know what to say. Other than, like, we're in good company at least, right? If it's any consolation, like, my clients, like people who work in advertising, who are like, we need to find a way to make something go viral, they have no clue how to do that. They have no clue how to actually, and it's not about like going viral. It's just how do we interact with normal people online in a way that isn't cringe? They can't do it. They don't know what to do. Yet it's their biggest priority. And that's why I'm feeling like I don't know if I'm hitched to the wrong wagon or whatever, but like these people who have told me for years that it's like, okay, well, just stick with us, Max, and we'll make sure that we'll keep you busy and you won't worry for nothing, kind of a thing. It's like they can't even keep their own lights on. I gotta figure out something else. And if I gotta take the skills that I use there and I gotta use them online over here in a social media space, even if it's disintegrating, like this. Over here is the internet, and over here is the space that I was in. And this may be disintegrating. But over here, this is disintegrating. I'm watching it happen. It's disintegrating. And the people who are hiring me are like I'm looking, and like the ground, I'm like, this was a scenario, let's call it their houses are going up in flames. I'm seeing it happen. I'm like, I need to think about what I can do to not end up like that. It's a terrible analogy, but it's a thing where I don't want to. I mean, I can learn from the mistakes I see others making, right? I don't know. All right, let me see here. Okay, I'm gonna go 10 minutes unless something explosive happens. And if something happens, it's fine. But I'm super tired, so I'm gonna try and get some detail on Link. This will be fun. Where is that? Anyway, Avail, I'm sorry to hear that the Twitter gods have been jerks about it. It's been interesting. Tumblr I continue to receive a lot of traction. Tumblr and Instagram have been pretty decent, but Tumblr's been interesting because I'll get these flare-ups on Tumblr where they're like, cool, bunch of Scroll Reaper, hey, how you doing? Hope you're well. You're not in LA, are you? It's a bit of a shit show over here. Doing well, set up a CV and cover letter for the past few days. Good. I'm in no shape to look at or evaluate a piece, but I think you're doing pretty well. Starting to work through these commissions. Good. I'm trying to stay alive. Despite the terrible things happening in the weather in LA, but it's pretty close. How's the air quality? It's really shitty. I was like, hey, how's the air quality? It's fucked. No, thanks for asking. Honestly, it's that's a big part of some people I know evacuated simply because of the air quality. They're like, I can't breathe. Never mind, I'm not being evacuated officially, like I'm evacuating myself because I can't breathe. My wife was sort of in that camp. She doesn't have a very robust, what should I say, respiratory system. People who are not from LA will come to LA and find themselves allergic to everything because they've never grown up near a walnut tree. Or the problem is that all of the plants in LA reproduce several times a year. It's not a like perennials are like, did I get this right? Is it perennials? But the you know, there are plants that bloom once a year, right? Well, those same plants that bloom once a year will bloom 3 times a year in LA. I will get 3 seasons out of my orange tree per year in my backyard. We basically have oranges growing year round. And if you do this right, you definitely have that happening. It's the middle of winter and I've got tomato plants growing in my backyard. And I didn't even plant them. They're just left over from previous years and seasons. It's probably like smoking 10 packs of cigs in a few breaths. It's not that extreme, but it's bad. It definitely is bad. As someone who has smoked cigarettes, that it's an exaggeration, but it's not far from the truth. It's nothing anybody should accustom themselves to, and especially like if you care about your kids and stuff like that, and if they're asthmatic in the least, like don't do it. Just get out of here. And so a large swath of my neighborhood actually did up and go, and we've been collecting mail and collecting packages for them and stuff like that. I feel like I'm immune. So I was born here and I know everything, so it's not a big deal, but this link is a little wimpy. Oh, shit. Will anybody be up early tomorrow morning? No one has to be, but it's an idea of mine to be productive early in the morning. And if so, early is not your forte. No big deal. Whenever you're most productive. Good. Just do that. Be the late owl. I've been adopting earlier habits, not because it's my forte, but it just tends to be easier than all the it's like every time slot is so contested. Okay, so this is interesting. So his sword has a cut that goes in two, and on this side, it's reflecting the blue light that's behind camera. On the far side, it's going to reflect something like this. See how bright this is? Something that goes like this. It won't be as dramatic as all that, but the just a tiny preview, just something. Because there's a shaft of light that will come down here, right? Finding a way. All my layers are mixed up. Light falling on everything. It's hard to do it justice, but I have a plan. I don't know if it'll quite pan out, but I'm kind of making a bet here. So. Okay, in the meanwhile, we did good. Went to midnight, got some coloring in. Avail, I'm happy and honored you rated in. And one day I'll return the favor. However, I'm quite bad at that sort of thing. Squirrel Reaper, I'm glad you joined. Sextra, thanks for facilitating. And it's midnight now. It's time to go to bed. Gonna do a save and then I'll pop in. I'm gonna keep doing this for a long time. All right, here we go. 50-50. We make an effort. It only takes about, what would I say? This piece. It's a big one and a long one. Thank you, Avail. This type of piece, far more complex. So many different characters, so many different colors, light sources, probably between 25 and 30 streams. So that's, nearly a month of stream work to Make it happen. And it'll probably get like 10, 15 likes on social media. It's actually really atrocious. You do critiques of other people's stuff. I can't critique anything. I love everybody's work. Unless you're AI. Then I hate what you do. But if you are a human artist, it's a pleasure just to behold and be a part of. I have a architect friend. He calls it the Great Conversation. We're all learning and interacting with each other. This dude has a good background noise channel, talks games and stuff. Not meant for read suggesting. He's like 10k average viewers. I will follow him and follow up. How about that? But Maximilian dude. Oh, you know what? You know.
Crazy. Here's your 6
I want to follow him.
That's part of the game. You know.
Oh, I gotta turn this guy down. I'll follow him. Let me tell you something interesting about Max's. Is that we don't get along the way you think we should. It's tricky. A little bit of Max lore. It's not so fun. It's like having a twin that you never met. You're like, what the fuck? All Maxes. It's maxed. You get maxed out. There can only be one. No, that's the problem. It's like, I'm like, you're not the real Max. The conversation for another day. There are no real Maxes. All right, listen. I appreciate all the support and the help and all the things, and I want to say thank you to all. And it's time to go to bed now. For me, for you, and stay safe out there. Okay. All right. Adios.